Seemlytuber back at it again with another video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the Xbox E3 event. We're going to be talking about games that were shown and a little bit of the disappointment that came from this showcase. A lot of games that were shown in the showcase were cross-platform, as well as timed exclusives, and as well as games that are already coming. We've already seen at other events. So far as we got the Battlefield gameplay, it looks really good, but that's a cross-platform game. They've acquired so many studios, but we barely got anything from these studios at this event. We got some indie titles. The indie titles look okay. I'm not really an indie type of person. I might give some of these games a try since they're on Game Pass, but I'm probably not going to finish any of them. So what does that go to say? Like, it's not really going to incentivize Xbox to do any sequels to these games, because most people aren't going to finish these games. So they're just going to be one and done games, and I hate that for some of these devs that got bought out, because they're just going to be pushing out fodder games just to fill up the lineup on Xbox Game Pass, because that's what this presentation looked like. We got Stalker 2. It looks really good. I like the gameplay. It looks interesting. It kind of reminds me of Metro Exodus. So it reminds me of the Metro series, and I was getting those vibes throughout the entire thing, and I'm like, this kind of looks like it's just a copy and paste of the Metro series. But I think Stalker came out first. The first Stalker came out, and then it was Metro series. So I can't really say that for sure. But it looks like a great game. But it looks like this game was not made for Xbox consoles, because you could see with the pickup of weapons and stuff, the pickup of the weapons looks like picking up a gun on PC. It's a little bit of a delay and everything. Like it's like it was made on the PC and they're just porting it over to the Xbox. So I don't even know if this gameplay is going to be the quality of the actual Xbox version. It looks like this is the PC version of the game. So I'm a little bit disappointed about that. We got Forza. Forza Horizon 5 gameplay. Forza Horizon 5 gameplay looks solid. It looks like a great game. It is set in Mexico. It's going to be a great game coming to Game Pass. People that like racing games, that's not my thing really, so I might check it out. I got a PC that can run top of the line everything for a reason, not just video making. I got a PC that can run top of the line games for a reason, and I got Game Pass, so I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna play it. We also have this little game called REDFALL. REDFALL looks on point. I like it. It looks like a good game. But after we talk about this REDFALL game, what much else did we see from Xbox Studios in this? We got an Outer Worlds 2 announcement. No gameplay. They're just saying all we got ready for the Outer... They were making a joke out of it. All we got ready for this game is the title. Why are you making an announcement and you have no gameplay to show, and you are clearly telling us in front of our faces that all we got is the title made right now? We don't even know what the concepts of anything in the game are going to be. We don't know where we're going to take this Outer Worlds 2 from Outer Worlds 1. We don't know where we're going to take it now in the franchise of this game. So I feel like they're kind of just like they're picking at the Xbox community, and they're picking at us that like their games. Like they're pretty much telling us, like, we're gonna announce it because y'all are gonna be gullible enough to be happy about getting an announcement with no gameplay. Same as with Starfield. We got Starfield and we got no gameplay. They said it was in-game footage, but it said alpha game footage, but then there was no gameplay after it popped up on the screen saying it's alpha footage. So I don't even think that was actually alpha footage. I think that might have been CGI, and then they just didn't even put any footage in there just to go on about it and just take us for fools, pretty much. We got a lot of indie games. Those are nice. I might try them. Xbox definitely had this presentation packed full of games. It's the best so far out of E3 that we've seen. So I can't take that away from them. That's definitely one thing. I can't take that away from them. And I'm happy about that. But let's be honest. This was not what was promised. We didn't get any Fable gameplay after they announced Fable last year. So I'm disappointed about that. The Halo multiplayer looks okay. I think this is the 4K footage. It looks okay. It's gonna be playable up to 120 frames per second, so you know it's gonna drop down in quality. So take that for that. The Halo, it looks okay. The multiplayer looks okay. They definitely didn't upgrade the graphics at all in this game. So that's a little disappointing. I'm kind of like, y'all really didn't listen to us. I think you delayed the game for actual gameplay reasons, not quality reasons, because it looks like you didn't update anything. I think the game actually was not ready to release last year, and they took the fans complaining as a reason just to go ahead and delay it. I think they played us. I could have been playing Halo last year if you weren't going to update it. I think the game was not ready. It was not in a functional state, and they had to delay it. Because there was a lot of people quitting Xbox division that was the coalition that was working on Halo last year. So I think they were having internal conflicts, and that was the reason why they held off on the game last year. I don't think it was anything to do with the fans complaining. I think they said, we need to delay this anyway, so let's go ahead and do it, and we'll just use this excuse. Because the campaign did not look like it was updated. They don't even have a date for it. It's still saying holiday 2021. So I don't know what's going on with Halo at all either. I really don't know what's going on with Halo either. That's a little disappointing. The accent looks like a pretty good game. Might check it out. I don't know. But yeah, it looks like a good game as well. Definitely the highlight of this was Forza, and Flight Sim looked good, but Flight Sim looked like a downgrade. They just pushing over to the Xbox Series X console, so it's clear the Xbox Series X cannot handle Flight Sim, even at mid-grade tier of quality on PC, which is understandable. Even though they touted all this RDNA 2 stuff, the Xbox Series X console does not meet up to a 2080 Ti and full specs. Like, it was still, Flight Sim was still melting GPUs on a 2080 Ti, like full spec'd out, and just blasting through with and playing it on PC. It was still melting some gaming PCs. So I'm not expecting Xbox Series X to be able to handle that. I don't know. It's probably going to look even worse on the Series S. I definitely try to get yourself a Series X, or just go to PC route. If you're going to play Flight Sim, just get you a PC. If that's the game you like, get you a PC and play Flight Sim, because Xbox Series S is not the way to go if you want to play Flight Sim. A lot of these games are supposed to be like PC supposed to be mobile titles as well. That just goes to show the quality of these games is not high tier quality of any of these games in Xbox Game Pass. Because if they're going to allow you to play it on a mobile phone, that means they're lowering the specs down. And this is the same argument with PlayStation and the cross-gen. They're making these games available to play on mobile. That means the quality of these games are being held back by mobile phones. We've gone back, and we're going back to our games are being held back by mobile phones now. Just think about that. Mobile phones. We're not even in the gaming, we're not even in console market anymore. We're on the mobile phone market with the holding back of games. Because they got to make these games where they're functional to be played on mobile phones. There's only a couple of phones out there. There's an Asus phone or something that's like specifically made for mobile gaming and stuff. that you can, and the Sony Xperia that's like made for mobile gaming that you could play like these games on and stuff and not be that bad. So that means it's gonna be rough, man. These games are gonna be rough. Forza's gonna look great on the Series X. It's gonna look great on the PC. Xbox Game Pass is gonna be packed full of games, cross-gen titles, next-gen titles, PC titles and stuff. Bethesda only talked about Starfield, didn't announce anything new, announced Fallout 76 expansion, lied and said Fallout 76 is one of the biggest communities in gaming, and just a whole lot of nonsense. I can't take anything serious that Todd Howard says, really. But the showcase was a high C grade for me. What kept it together was the Forza, and we got Flight Sim, we got what was the other one? The Accent looked pretty good. Redfall looked good. Atomic Heart looked good. They talked about Grounded. They showed Far Cry 6 gameplay for the 5th time this week. We've seen Far Cry 6 gameplay. We got Psychonauts 2. Psychonauts 2 does not even look remotely comparable to Ratchet and Clank. So for the people that were saying that it doesn't look like they did any improvements on Psychonauts 2 from last year. I don't know what they've been doing with the development of the game since they showed gameplay last year. But I guess that's the thing. Sea of Thieves has a Pirates of the Caribbean crossover, and then they showed a whole bunch of cross-platform titles. It was a whole lot of not the wow factor. We didn't even get Fable. We didn't get Avowed. Well, these games they announced last year, we got no gameplay for them this year, which is making me like, why did you announce them and you weren't going to be able to show any gameplay the next year you're at E3? That really blows my mind. The thing that I like about Sony and Nintendo, they've shown gameplay of their games after they announced these games. Sony was able to come back and they were able to show more Ratchet gameplay, more Horizon Zero. They show some actual Horizon Forbidden West gameplay. The only one we haven't seen yet is a little bit of gameplay is God of War, but they don't talk about these games again until they have gameplay ready. They didn't talk about Horizon Forbidden West until they had gameplay ready, which I'm trying to say is I like announcements, but I need some gameplay to go with it. Yeah, I'm going to be hyped. Yeah, Outer Worlds 2 is coming out. But you didn't show me any of the improvements. You didn't show me anything. And then you made a joke saying that, we don't have anything but the title ready. But yeah, you're going to like this. What am I supposed to say to that? I can't be happy. Can't really be sad. It's an announcement. I kind of figured it was going to be coming. It would have been better if they said, oh yeah, Bethesda and what is the company that makes the Outer Worlds? They're gonna be making a title together. I would have been like, yo, that's on point. I would have been like, okay, y'all actually did what the fans wanted. Then they had a freezer announcement talking about the mini fridge they said they were gonna make. Then they announced that at the end. What are we supposed to say to that? You're not even focused on the games. You're talking about a mini fridge at the end instead of showing us gameplay for games that we've been asking about and games that you teased last year, but you don't have any gameplay for. And then you show alpha footage for Starfield, but it's a minute at best of a woman in a ship with some narration. No actual gameplay. You can't even tell if that's actually CGI or if it is actual in-game footage. In-game engine footage. I don't know. It feels like they're pulling our legs and they're stringing us along for another year. If it's going to be like this next year, we should see gameplay for Fable. We should see gameplay for Avowed. We should see gameplay for the Outer Worlds 2. But I feel like we're not going to get any of that next year. So they're going to skip some of those and then go back and fill in some of the games that they said that were talked about this year. They're going to skip back and forth. We didn't even get Hellblade 2 gameplay. And they said this game was coming, like, soon. So I'm kind of baffled by this presentation. I'm happy, but it's a high grade 6. I can't give it a B or above because we didn't even see half the stuff they showed us last year. They got us all hyped, and we haven't seen Fable. But you want to talk about it at the end of the show. Oh, these other studios working on Avowed, they're working on Fable, but we saw no updates on those games. You're so focused on your new cloud platform that you're going to push out all these games on that you're not even showing us the games that you're going to be pushing out all over platforms. But that's all I got for this one. Let me get over here to this Square Enix event and watch this, and I'm going to see y'all on another one. Seemlytuber out. Peace. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my other videos. Share my videos. Check out a link in the description below if you need some help with Fiverr. I'm out.